So at the end of the day, I decided to run a report just to see where I was at. I thought I had some good progress where I had video on both the laptop with the user interface and with the iPad user interface. And one thing that I noticed that on the laptop, my camera servos were working because I could see the video move, and it showed up over on the iPad.
Nice.
Um, but the controls on the iPad did not work. But let's see. So then I thought, I'll quit for the day. And then asked it to run a report, and that's what we're looking at now. What was accomplished, basically getting everything up on GitHub. And then it suggested this outline for now. So I said, well, I'll just go with that. I had a heck of a time trying to sync everything. Said something was in the way, that tilde was in the way. And then we also fixed the number 4, the config and drive. Then the system services were deployed. They're both confirmed running. And then number 6, the index, Claude rebuilt that from scratch. And I tweeted it a little bit, asking for more contrast. Then this was a major issue, this whole video streaming. The WebRTC would work on the laptop, but not on Safari. So it suggested change and use just MJPEG for the video. And there's some issues with that WebRTC server. So it's still pending as of last night, not this morning. The motor controls weren't working. So they're supposed to work over the WebRTC, even though I'm using MJPEG. And then I said, why is the iPad and Safari so much of a problem? And it said it's got the most restrictive browser. There's 3 different issues. One, WebRTC blocked on HTTP. We went around and around with SSL certificates. And this is the key right here. iPad operating system enforces this thing, ATS, which cannot be overridden by us. There was came up with a workaround, and that was using JPEG. That works. The second issue with the iPad is they have aggressive page caching, and went round and round trying to figure out how to clear it out. I tried removing everything in history, and then on the iPad, it'll show screens. I don't know. Let's see if I can see it over here on the iPad.
Just before you do, did you try Chrome or Firefox on the iPad?
No, I haven't. That's a possibility. I'll try that.
Because, I mean, you can run different browsers on the iPad.
Yeah, And let's see if this shows. Yeah, there's, come on. The problem is all these windows. Um, so what I have to do is close out each window because I got too many. So I go up like that. Anyway, that's what I got to do. Let's see if I
I'm
can.
I'm still seeing Slack on your share screen.
Oh, okay. Um, anyway, there's multiple screens that are waiting for some kind of action on the iPad. And main decisions, MJPEG. Um, one thing I notice that the Nano is not synced. So that might be one of the problems. The Pi and is synced,
Synced with what, Bob?
synced with GitHub
Hmm.
for code and for the Obsidian.
Is the Can you open up a new page there in that browser and go to your GitHub?
Okay. Let's let's try that. GitHub 91 there. And so I've got these two repos, the nanobot and the vault.
Which is your master?
Right now there is none. It's just those two.
No, why do you have two?
This one is supposed to be for just the code, and then this one is just documentation.
Hmm.
And I'm trying to parallel them like what you had.
Well, I have one repository and my documentation is a folder inside of that repository.
Oh, okay.
That's fine. I mean, it's not
Oh,
going to kill you to have two repositories. It's just
yeah.
more to try to keep in sync.
Yeah. And
So if you click on that, what's your file structure in that first one look like?
there's the horn, the pie, and let's see what,
And and if you click on Pi, what do you get?
um, so I get this stuff.
Three scripts and a folder for tests. That's cool.
Yeah, yeah.
And if you go back up onto your, I don't remember what it was. No,
Yeah.
no, no. Click on Nanobot, not that.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
If you click on Orin,
Oh, there we go.
so
And
you have tests, UI, and five scripts.
yeah. And this is everything that Claude set up. So I figured I'd leave it alone until I know what I'm doing.
And
All
when you say it's not synced,
I don't think it is. These are the old files that I had on Obsidian, and they were kind of helter-skelter. And then when I'm told it to reorganize everything, it just brought it over and dumped everything here.
well, this is showing you if you look there to the right, it says 5 days ago,
Yeah,
but
that's when I
that's
restructured everything.
okay. And so you haven't changed anything for five
No,
days.
right.
That's cool.
So up here and user interface. I've been having a problem with this one. And that's what we were working through. So,
Um, so if that's the last thing that you were adjusting on your Orin, you would go to your Orin at a terminal window and you would say git pull. Ha-
right.
Has it been doing that for you or showing you how to
No,
do that?
no, it hasn't. Um, in Claude, it it came up with its own version of index, and we've been working with that. And I can see that it's not getting pushed up to replace in Orin.
Yeah, so what you've just you use different words, but what you just described is your GitHub in the cloud is out of date with, at least for the index.html file, at least with
Yep,
your Orin.
right.
So on your Orin, you have to push that up to GitHub in the cloud.
Yep. Okay.
And if you you'll really goof things up if you go to your Pi and you pull this down and make changes on your Pi, because then you'll have changes on your Pi that are not in
Yep.
the cloud, and you'll have changes on your Orin that are not in the cloud. Um,
So
uh,
going forward, maybe I should push what I have and then pull down one at a time and work on them.
yeah, for me, I will tell you the workflow is um, start the day with assuming GitHub in the cloud is the master and pull it down just to make sure you've got the master. Make your changes, and at the end of the day, push it back up. So every night,
Oh,
GitHub in the cloud, you can go to sleep knowing GitHub in the cloud is the
it,
master.
yeah.
And if you do work during the day on the Orin and the Pi, you got to be diligent about make changes, push it back up to the cloud. On the other device, pull it down from the cloud, make changes, push it back up.
Okay, now when I pull it down from the cloud, only a copy is pulled down.
Well, it's going to pull down whatever change. All three things, your Pi, your Orin, and the cloud want to be in sync
Right.
and mirror copies.
Okay.
So when you ask, I forget exactly how you put it, but it's only going to push or pull the changes that it sees.
Oh, okay.
It's
The
not,
program will stay there. Okay.
yeah, it's not going to do a full copy. You could make it do that, um, but a normal Git push and pull is just you're just pushing the changes or pulling the changes.
Okay.
Now,
So
if it,
I
if
have,
any of that ever comes out of sequence,
yeah.
ask Claude or ChatGPT or any of them. They'll walk you through how to resync stuff that gets out of sync, because try as I might, I get it out of sync periodically and um, have to go through a little bit of rigmarole to get them back in sync.
Yeah. That that could be the root cause of why I'm having trouble today. So,
What, besides this index HTML, what errors are you seeing?
um, it's a constant battle between HTTP and HTTPS. The
Mm.
S is for local, and when I use the S on the laptop, then I can see. I think I can see the user interface, but you can't do that over on iPad because it won't let you because it's not secure. Even though I have the iPad, I have a, certificate on SSL. Let's see if I can call something up here. I'll see. This one usually works. HTTPS and then 192, 168, 490, 8080. Nope, now it's broken. Okay, I'll try the other one.
I mean, wait a second before you, is it broken because it's not, whatever's at that IP address is not running? Is 4.90 not running?
I think it has to do with the the type of HTTP I'm using. I don't know.
What is that IP address?
Um, it,
4.90.
yeah, let's see, HTTP and then 192, 168, and 490, and then 8080. No, neither one of them are working now.
What
So
what device is that? For
this
the IP address 4.90 is associated with a device. Which device is that?
it's for the Aura Nano.
Is it plugged in and you got blinky lights?
Oh yeah, yeah. And what it's supposed to go through the index and then call up the user interface. And that's worked in the past. I don't know why it's not working today. But it's also supposed to restart the Pi on the in the Nano. So I think because they, like you said, they aren't synced, so they keep changing down below right there locally. And I better go back and update, go back to the Pi first, get that going for sure. Um,
Can
what?
you open a terminal window right there?
Okay. This one's on the nanobot. See, I had them both working,
So this is the Orin Jetson
or
Nano.
the nano. Yeah.
Can you just type in the letters DATE, date, and press enter?
Oh, okay. DATE.
Yeah, it's up.
Yeah. Now, if I go over to the Pi and do the same thing, they're both up.
And try to type PING.
Pinging. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And
192, 168.
168.4.90.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, it's alive.
Yeah.
So my guess is whatever code you think is running on the Orin Jetson that provides a web browser isn't running.
Right.
So
Yep.
one of those Python scripts that you think is running isn't.
Yeah. So now, well, it's cut me off till 2:30, so I'll have to wait.
Do you have, has it helped you set up a service so that every time it boots, it starts a service that starts that web interface Python program?
Um, it's supposed to be there. It's a server, and when I type in the address for the Aura Nano, it's supposed to start up that server, and then the video is supposed to come over the user interface. But since,
Um,
no, go ahead.
Go back to your nanobot and type in history and press enter. Nope, you're
Oh,
on the you're on the Raspberry Pi.
oh, okay.
Oh, everything's nanobot. What do you call the orange Jetson Nano?
Um, that's just a nanobot.
What do you call the RPi?
Oh,
Anyway, type in history and press enter. I'm just
okay.
curious. Oh, it's giving you actual commands, so yeah. Um, I
Oh,
was wondering if there was in any of that history was setting up the service and what the service name was. Do you
oh.
remember what the service name was to check the status?
Um, I think I saw that command once before. It's just a server. I can't think of it offhand.
Um, yeah, because if you know the like I'll look up one of mine. Um,
Oh, I think this is what it's supposed to be right here on 1949. The system restart the nanobot web RTC server.
yeah, I'm looking for a name. Copy that. Oh, okay, yeah. What you want to do is systemctl
Yeah,
s- status nanobot
okay.
and press enter. So if you copy that, I mean, you can edit it, but
Yeah.
and you shouldn't need sudo just to get a status.
And then
Paste
oops,
it
I
there.
paste it and then edit. Ah, copy, paste, and edit.
Yeah, all you want is that systemctl status nanobot and see what it tells you. Instead of restarting it, you want to know what the status is. Press
Uh,
delete. You got a space
Yep.
there.
Okay.
Nope.
Uh,
You just control C,
okay.
up arrow.
And
No, it didn't take. Yeah, so press your delete key until you get to nanobot.
uh, oh, I go backspace. Just
Slow,
nanobot.
but don't, and then you move your cursor over to where it says restart.
Yeah.
Delete that too, or backspace that
Oh, okay. And just say status.
status. You want to get rid of, I don't know what that, I think it's going to give you the status of both of those. But you can press enter and see what you get.
So I'll try this one.
And it's going to ask you, because you got sudo there, it's going to ask you for your password, but that's fine.
Um, nanobot 25.
Yeah, so what that's saying is um it's running, so that's a good thing. So that
Yeah.
WebRTC server.py is trying to process, but it's giving you the messages that it's outputting corrupt JPEG data.
Yeah.
So when you get back into your um, when Claude gives you more time,
Hmm.
you can copy that screen and say, I'm getting this error, and give it the WebRTC underscore server pi script and say, what do I do to fix this?
Yeah. Yeah, because yeah, I'll do that.
The other thing I will just share with you is WebRTC underscore server dot pi is running as a service.
Uh-huh.
When I'm debugging something, um, I typically don't run it as a service. I just run it from terminal so I can see all of these error messages real time because you had to go check the status of the service in order to figure out what the errors were. If you ran that Python script from your terminal window, it would tell you immediately what errors you're getting. It just speeds up the debug process a little bit.
Okay, so
You don't have to change anything now. I'm just for the
oh, okay.
future.
Yeah. Oh, that's a duplicate. Okay.
But that's why when you put in that URL, you're not getting anything. It's because the program it's got an error. It's in an error state. Can't.
Yeah. Okay.
So the ORAN is running
Mm-hmm.
and the script is running. It's just got something broken about the input.
Right. So
Nice. Good progress. Believe it or
yeah,
not.
we're
You're
getting just more time.
making headway. It takes longer than any of us like, that's for sure.
So that's about where I'm at.
Uh,
All other than um, tomorrow, I'm going to drive down to the cities and help roll out Jeff's apartment.
yeah, thanks for doing that. That's you've got a
Yeah.
big, kind heart to do that. How far of a drive is that?
Um, it's going to be a good 3 hours.
Holy cow, that's
Yeah, it's down in Roseville.
quite a trip.
Yeah, but we have a friend that's about 45 minutes away from Roseville. Nancy's going down tomorrow to help her pack up because she's building a new house up here in northern Minnesota. So I'll spend the night there Friday night, and then we'll go over to the lockers and go through that stuff.
Nice.
Then
Thank you for
then I'll
doing
come
that.
home. Um, we have a local Facebook called Scenic Group, and I posted a message on there if people are interested in electronic parts or robot parts, and they suggested one of the local schools is doesn't get funded very much, so they might be interested. And there's a few other people that were saying, "Well, contact so and so." So after I told them that I'll get the stuff up here, I'll go through it, inventory, and then take pictures, offer it to the schools first, and then individuals. But that's going to take a while.
Well, you've got a big, kind heart to be open to doing that. So thank you.
Well, Jeff has helped me out over 30 years. It's the least I can do.
That's a long time.
Yeah, yeah. It's almost as long as I've been married.
Well, on my end, let me
Yeah, let's see.
take over sharing here. Um, I think the only post I put out on Slack is as I said here, I'm trying to build a PCB to handle the communication between my motor controller and my
Right.
Teensy. Um, this is what it ended up looking like on a schematic level. So this 8 port pin is what goes into the IBT motor controller. Let me pull up what that looks like. So this is what the motor controller looks like, as most people who are familiar with these things
Yep.
know. There's that 8 pin port on the schematic. Then um, that's what this would plug into. It
Okay.
would it would get power from the 12 volt to 5 volt motor or power converter that I have. And then I went through, the process of figuring out what resistors I need and to handle each of these individual lines. And then that would all go into a 10 pin header that I would connect to the Teensy. And
Oh,
you,
okay.
you say, why do you need 10 pins? Because this only has 8, and it's because I'm going to also add, trying to, going to take two temperature sensors and put across the,
The controller.
yeah, I'm going to glue one sensor here,
Oh.
glue one sensor here, and I thought that would be an interesting, I mean, I'm just a nerd. Um,
Now, that controller, is that a typical H pattern?
yeah, it's an H bridge.
H bridge? Okay.
And so I'd be able to, literally this thing is less than $10. And if I
Nice.
add some more electronics to it, I'll be able to, drive my steering motor. These, um, two of these pins, this IS pin on the right side and the left side, they sense how much it's meant to be a current sensor. So effectively, how many amps, how many watts is the motor drawing?
Yeah.
So if it all works the way it's supposed to, I'll be able to measure, control the speed, control the direction, detect how many amps it's drawing, especially becomes important if I, lock my wheels left or right
Oh.
and I want to shut it down before it overheats. And I've got temperature sensors there to hopefully help me do that. That's the evil plan.
You
We'll see. We'll see if it works. But
got
anyway,
another week before you get your boards?
yeah, it'll take about another week. I ordered them from one of the JCLB, I think
Oh,
was the one going back to. Um, so this is what. Well, let me just show you the software that helped me do this.
yeah. Especially, did that software pick out the resistors?
No, the resistors were chosen through talking to Claude or
Oh, okay.
Chat GPT or one of those. Um, that's not, this is something else I was going to talk about. The software was stuff called EasyEDA, which is the the guys who make the boards.
Yeah.
They provide this software.
Oh, okay.
And so the that shouldn't be there. This is it. So what I pasted into Slack, is actually here. Um, and so the workflow is you go into the schematic and lay out your logically what you want things to be connected to.
Okay.
And then they have um, that you go through a couple of things, but you use this design feature and the route feature, and it puts things in place. So
Oh,
then you try to minimize the size of your board because the smaller the board, the less less expensive it is. And so
okay.
this logical diagram becomes this PCB design, and then you ship it off to the fabricator who builds it and sends it back to you.
Oh,
So you could do all of this with, you know, a proto board. Um, this just makes it cleaner and hopefully more resilient
mm-hmm.
for for running it. There's also others out there. This is a piece of software called Fritzing, and Claude was suggesting using Fritzing, which became a bit of a pain in the butt. And, there's another product called KiCad, KICAD, and I actually was trying to get um, Claude to generate code that would go directly into this, but that didn't work out for me
Oh,
very well. There might be others who can do that, but what I ended up with is, um, well, it just got to be a very frustrating process. So
oh,
I went back to EasyEDA and um, with the help of Claude, it walked me through sort of step by step how to put this together and then ultimately to get the PCB
mm-hmm.
lined up. So
Nice.
hopefully if it works, I'll
Yep.
have a $6 motor controller with another $5 worth of parts and a $10 PCB, and that'll be my motor controller for my steering, and I can control it, detect its temperature, and detect how many amps the motor is
Nice.
consuming.
Got a nice footprint and nice cost.
Yeah, that's the hope anyway.
Yeah.
Let's see what else. If I go into my yesterday, or maybe 2 days ago, I went out to my tractor and did some field testing, and I have a JRK motor controller on. This motor controller is on the IBT2 is on the steering. motor controller called a JRK is on the actuator. This hasn't been updated. So what I worked on was um, this confirming where is neutral physically on my actuator and what's the PWM value that represents neutral. And so I did that and confirmed where's neutral, where's full forward, full reverse, and updated my software. So
Hmm.
my source code, um, this is the source code that runs on the Teensy, which is my low-level controller, and this 2836 was confirmed watching it. And this is these are effectively my gears. I mean, I've got each of these settings. So this is neutral. I'll have one, two, three, four, five forward speeds and one, two, three, four reverse
Hmm.
speeds because each of those values represents a different position on the linear actuator, which controls this the
Oh,
um,
okay.
the transmission lever.
Oh,
So getting that data nailed down and updating this was what I did a couple of days ago.
okay.
So now I'm back to my next thing is to manually drive the tractor with the steering and transmission control.
Hmm.
And hopefully I don't run over anything and nothing breaks.
Yeah.
And for me, getting the motor running may be a challenge because it's been sitting a long time. So
Oh,
that the next time I'm in the field is what I'll be doing.
oh boy. The engines are cranky.
Yeah. So I'll take out fresh, good gas and see what we get.
Good.
Um, Other than that, I think I'm looking at other things that are on my list of due here, and yes. So I need to update my to-do list here. So some of those have been done. That's
Look,
what's going on with me.
that's pretty good.
But see here, you can see this is how I have code and my notes in the same main repository.
Okay. So I'm thinking since I've got two repos now, I should give it a unifying name like what you did. So that it's in one project.
It's up to you, Bob. I mean, if I had two repos, it would just make keeping them in sync, I think, a little bit more complicated, but
Yeah. Yeah.
ultimately it's whatever works for you.
I think I'll do that because I've got another project in mind that at the back of my head. But okay.
Well, good luck um, going over to Jeff's place, and thanks again for doing that. That's very kind of you.
That's anyway. Thanks again. We'll talk to you next week.
Roger that. Bye-bye.